Yo, what is going on, you dingus Durant? That is right, Mad Party survived rotation. Despite the lack of triple acceleration energy, the deck is still playable and can take dubs. For those of you who have no idea what Mad Party is or does, I'll go over that first. So our main attackers are the Bumblebee and the Poltergeist with the Mad Party attack that says it does 20 damage for each Pokemon in our discard pile that has the Mad Party attack. And then we have these Dedenes in here with Mad Party and these Mr. Rhymes in here with Mad Party, which we don't attack with because we can't, because we don't play Water Energy or Galarian, Mr. Mime, and we don't play Psychic Energy. So we don't attack with them, we just try and get these to the discard pile, and we usually end up with quite a few Bumblebees and Poltergeists in the discard pile as well, so that our Mad Party attack hits hard enough to one-hit KO 2 prizers or two-hit KO those VMAXs. And then we also have the T-Break ability here on the Poltergeist. So this is the main Pokemon we want to set up. We can like get rid of all of our Bumblebees if we could have like 4 Poltergeists in play. With the T-Break ability, we can discard a Pokemon from our hand that has Mad Party and then draw 2 cards. So super powerful ability on the Poltergeist to just help us see more cards turn to turn, which is just really, really great. Besides that, we got a Crobat and a Oranguru in here to help us with our, just draw power throughout the game. Oranguru has always been such a great addition to the Mad Party decks with the Primate Wisdom, helping us save like bosses or anything else we want to around our researches, and also helping us set up our next turn or play around Marnie and stuff like that. And then we got the Crobat in here for when we only have a quick ball but not a draw supporter, and we need it to help us out in those situations. And then the last part of the deck, and what really makes the deck work here now that we've lost triple acceleration energy to rotation, is the Flaffy with the Dynamotor. And actually some games we only use 4 twin energy. We only need to like attack 4 times and the 4 twin energy is enough, but a lot of other games, or a decent amount of other games, we need to set up other attackers or just set up around certain situations where we just kind of need more energy in play. The Dynamotor from the Flaffy helps us get there extremely well. We play 4 basic lightning energy to help ourselves get them in the discard pile, and then we also have to attach one for turn as well. Or we could Dynamotor twice over 2 turns while we just kind of attack with Mad Partiers with twin energy. So there's a whole bunch of stuff we can do with the Flaffy that really makes this deck thrive despite the lack of triple acceleration energy. The last card I'll mention is the Meowth here with the Evolution Roar ability that allows us to discard 2 cards from our hand, and then we can search our deck for an evolution. We don't play an evolution, but we still get to discard the cards, so this can help us accelerate more damage into the discard pile if we don't have enough T-Breaks to move them along, or we've already played our supporter and we don't have quick balls. If we just have a bunch of Mad Partiers in the hand but no other way to discard them, then we can go ahead and get the Meowth, and the Meowth can do it for us. So the Meowth has been great. Meowth also combos with Rose Tower, which I play 2 of. That's the only real reason I play the Rose Tower is because it does combo with the Meowth. But I guess our early turn hands can get pretty low, so it's nice to have the Rose Tower to help us draw a few more cards sometimes. The Rose Tower is super nice as well to draw a couple cards. And yeah, the Meowth has been great so far. At first I was kind of skeptical. I was like, this doesn't seem that great, but the more I played with it, the better it seemed. Also combos with discarding lightning energy, so our Flaffy can use Dynamotor that much sooner, or if we need to use it on that turn to get that extra energy in play. So yeah, the Meowth has been nice. I don't use it every game, but it does come up often enough where I feel like I definitely want to keep it as an inclusion. But yeah, I went through a bunch of different builds of Mad Party, or a bunch of different ways to play it. I started out with no Poltergeist and heavier Flaffy with Articuno V and stuff like that. But this is where we ended up with it at the end of the stream the other day. By the way, if you don't check out the stream, you should. Twitch.tv/AzulGG. First link in the description. Give it a click. Give it a follow. I stream every day except Tuesdays. Okay, guys, that's the list. Let's go ahead. Let's play some games. All right, getting into our first one. We are going first. And we're just looking for as many Sinesti as possible when we do go first. We have the Meowth or Dene starts. We're going to go with the Meowth. Yeah, so we want to get as many... what did I just say? As many Sinesti into play as possible. And there's a Rose Tower to go with everything else. I think we can just like discard double of these, grab. I mean, like, it was tempted to get the Crobat, but now I think we can maybe just go this route. Get a bunch of Sinesti. Do I want to get the Crobat is the question. I'm still like thinking about it. Do I want the Crobat? Throw this in play. Throw this here. Throw this here. Rose Tower for 3. And we got some draw power to work with next turn. And go ahead and pass over to my opponent so we can go Poltergeist, get out Dedenne, discard the Dedenne, draw some more cards. But I maybe should just go with the Crobat because it was a little bit heavier draw support. Keep calling only for my opponent though, so this will at least get us the knockout here. So we're up against the Rapid Strike Urshifu, if I had to guess. I guess I don't know for sure, but if I had to guess, and hey, there it is, Urshifu V. So it is the Rapid Strike Urshifu. We're gonna start with the Great Ball here because we want to have this hit a Pokemon. We're going to get that Mr. Rhyme. And we're not going to play the level ball yet, actually, because if we play the level ball, then we kind of reduce our chances once again to see... Although I do have the Rose Tower still. I could go Twin Poltergeist, draw 2 with Rose. I think that is a little bit better than what I'm thinking about it, to be honest. So we're going to go like this. We did prize... Good thing to take note of here. We did prize our Mareep. So we wanna take note of that. I'm taking note of that. So this here, and then Rose Tower for 2. Another Sinesti, which is great. Which is all we really need in this matchup is Sinestes. Draw 2 more. We don't want to lose this boss, but we do play 3, and I think the research is definitely worth playing. We got the whole Sinesti squad on the bench, which is perfect, exactly where we want it to be. Go ahead and just keep getting these mad partiers in the discard pile. Keep drawing these cards. A boss for next turn, maybe. And then retreat and mad party. First mad party. Take the knockout on the Sobble. And yeah, we are cruising so far, but a whole lot of game left to play. I would love to see the Mareep. That's not the Mareep. Out of the prize cards here, because we do just want to kind of get that into play and excuse me, get into the Flaffy as soon as possible, because that is just like opens up so many more options for us to have the Flaffy in play, ready to go, and so on. So it would have been nice to get it there. We didn't get it. I think we'll be okay. We'll survive, hopefully. Yeah, but would have been nice to get the Mareep off the prize cards to get that set up, to get that going into play. Here comes a Marnie from my opponent. They only have one Drizzile in play. The one thing we have to do be careful of is quick shooting. Quick shooting is not the end of the world for us, to be honest. Yeah, we're not that scared of quick shooting unless there's a lot of them online. Like a single quick shooting is not going to put too much pressure on us, and it's something we can always kind of chase down and focus on if we want to. Just go chase down their Inteleons. That's sometimes the play we make here. I definitely want to look for a boss to KO this Urshifu. That's why I was kind of... it's unfortunate we got rid of this boss, I guess I should say. It's unfortunate that boss had to go. Definitely didn't want to lose that boss, but I think we'll be okay. But yeah, we'd love to find a boss here. Chase this... Well... They're making me choose between the energy or the not energy. I think I would choose the one with the energy. I don't really care about carrying a VMAX, to be honest. And I almost feel like my opponent put themselves in a worse spot by playing it like that, to be honest. Could Crobat to really dig. We only have one boss in the deck, to be honest, so it's going to be pretty unlikely that we do find it. Putting 2 Prizes in play is not the best thing in the world. Our trolley's here to recover more Poltergeists. I do really want the boss this turn, though. I don't want to KO Passimian. It doesn't really help our prize exchange at all to KO Passimian. So I think I might get... I'm going to get aggressive with the bat here. I'm going to get aggressive with the bat here. We'll see how that goes. I could also use Evolution Roar here to discard the Bruno and the Dedenne. I kind of want to keep the Rangaroo around. Yeah, I almost favor the Guru a little bit more than everything else. Yeah, because the Guru can help us a lot in the late game. We may as well Rose Tower for 1 here while we can as well. And yeah, then Crobat for 5. Okay, we got the boss. That's huge. Got some more T-Breaks to work with as well. Let's get rid of this Mr. Rhyme. Hopefully get some more Poltergeist online. There's another Poltergeist. Actually, it's the only other Poltergeist we can get online here. We did prize one of our Poltergeists, so that's it. That's the last Poltergeist we can put online here. But that should be good enough for the situation. Definitely gonna go chase the energy here. I don't even know if I can KO the VMAX, to be honest, but we definitely want to chase the energy here because they have to attack with the VMAX at some point. So even though we're drawing 1 less prize card, we have 5 prize cards left. We draw 2. If it was a little bit, if we had 6 prize cards left, then we'd want to go after the VMAX, I think. But because we have, and the boss off the prize cards is great, it means it's gonna be that much easier to hopefully close this game out here. But yeah, because we have 5 prize cards left, we can be like, well, we have 5 prize cards left. So let's KO a V, and then we'll KO this VMAX on the next turn, take that out, and then close out the game from there. And that looks like exactly what is going to happen here. Quick shooting online, but that's a little bit too slow. They did get the Raihan for the G-Max Rapid Flow, but that means they don't Marnie us. If you just look at our hand, we got the energy, and I'm sure they're going to be knocking out double Poltergeist here and hoping I whiff the energy. But then we're going to be doing 160, 200 damage, which is 400 damage with the weakness. So we get the dub here in just 4 turns up against the Urshifu VMAX. Such a quick dub. I mean, that's the power of weakness, though, for sure. No Jirachi GX for the Urshifu VMAX to hide behind to get around our Poltergeists anymore. Sure, we lost triple acceleration energy, but I would argue they lost the bigger piece for this matchup. Here we go again. Going first. Love to see it. Looking for some turn 2 attacks. Opening hand. Pretty good, actually. No Sinesti, of course, which isn't great, but research with a bunch of bad partiers is never bad. And our opponent did mulligan once here. We're up against some kind of Weezing Pokeball. There's Pokeballs in their deck. Why do they have Pokeballs? But yeah, some kind of Weezing deck. So our abilities aren't going to be super live all the time. So this is actually a really good hand for that because it's going to get a lot of mad partiers in the discard pile through the research as opposed to, you know, having to use the T-Break, which can't be used if our opponent has a Weezing in the active, which is going to be interesting, actually, to play against this Weezing here. Yeah, that's going to shut us down quite a bit. Yes to the 3 mulligans. More options there. AC once an SD. I should actually probably Primate Wisdom for no, because I don't want to shuffle the deck afterwards. I want to save the research. Just gonna grab the Dedenne, throw down the Sinesti, attach the Sinesti, Primate Wisdom the research, because we definitely want to have access to that on the other side of a potential Marnie. And then yeah, pass over to my opponent. They open the coffin. So Ascension is on the way to get themselves a Weezing into play. Can we handle multiple Weezing in a row here? I don't know. Here comes another coffin. That's coming down. Yeah, they want to KO our Buttlebees with the poison, but they don't want to KO the Poltegeist. So maybe we can like run between Poltegeist if we get the Flaffy online to be able to retreat energy back and forth and not let our Poltegeist get one hit KO'd. That's what I'm kind of thinking is going to be our route to victory here. What'll give us a chance. But otherwise, it's going to maybe be pretty tough. Obviously, my Buttlebee's not going down. Oh, I guess I knew. Maybe I should have actually attached active, right? Because I knew my Buttlebee wasn't going down here. For some reason in my head, I thought like my Buttlebee was going to get knocked out. But it's not. It's not getting knocked out. Yeah, research, we get 4 in the discard pile here. And then, who knows? Will I get punished? Yes, I get punished. I draw into the lightning energy. I guess I can't use Flaffy, though, right? Like, I can't use Flaffy. When does this... during your opponent's last turn. It won't be during my opponent's last turn. I could have attacked. Okay. Good to know. Could have attacked. Didn't. Not attacking. Just going to throw this here. And Bruno's not going to do a whole ton for us next turn. This is going to be... They also played Crushing Hammer. We saw in the mulligan they played Crushing Hammer. This is going to be interesting, I guess. I'm going to save the level ball to get out another Poltegeist, I think, as well. So we're just going to go ahead and pass. But yeah, I could have had 2 energy here, attacked. I think that would have been better. So I should have attached active last turn for sure. We're only going to do 100 damage next turn as well. And it's very unlikely we'll be able to do more than 100 damage. So that's going to be... it looks like they just... like, is it an only Weezing deck? So maybe that's why they play the Pokeballs. Because they're like, well... I need to increase my chances as much as possible of not getting... Nope, they play Moltres. Okay, so that's something we can actually boss up at some point and get access to our abilities again. So that's something we want to take advantage of probably at some point. Here comes that Severe Poison. Goodbye, Buttlebee. But like I said, with the Poltegeist, they don't want to KO with a Severe Poison, so we could run between Poltegeists, theoretically, to kind of buy some time. Really unfortunate for us that we can't use this Bruno here for more draw. We only get 4 cards off this Bruno. So I'm going to throw this down. I'm actually going to probably attach active here again then, because then I can retreat and still be able to attack with it. And maybe I'll attack twice with it. It also helps me play around those Crushing Hammers. There's that boss, but we only have a bunch of other Sinesti stores. I'm going to keep my bench race open just in case we get a quick ball. We could go with a Crobat play, but we could go with a boss play next turn as well. Just kind of bring up the Moltres. If we draw into some Mad Partiers, we also would get access to the Primate Wisdom. So we'll see what we top deck and see if we want to go with some kind of boss play on the following turn. But yeah, this allows me to retreat into this Poltegeist and then attack with this Poltegeist. But it's gonna be difficult. I think it's gonna be a difficult matchup for sure. We'll see. I have no clue for sure, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna be favorable. I've never really played against Turbo Weezing Moltres before. It's definitely my first time experiencing this matchup. And they're running between Weezings now as well, which is gonna make things that much more difficult. I would imagine it'll make it that much more difficult. We'll see. Drawn to the Mr. Arm. So I think I'm gonna go with the boss play here, so I can start using some T-breaks. We can maybe even get to the point where Mad Party one-hit KOs Weezings, which is where we want to be, to be honest. Another T-break. Draw 2 more. Patch the Twin Energy. Bench another Sinesti, I think. I think we just want the whole Sinesti squad. Now we're doing 140 damage as well, so we got to that point. Gonna go ahead and put the research on top in case we get Marnied. We'd want to draw back into that. There's a Great Ball. Don't want to play that, obviously, because then we would lose our Marnie. I'm gonna go ahead and retreat. Although, do I want to play? I kind of want to top deck the Marnie, to be honest, or the research. Yeah, I want to top deck research here. I think I want to top deck research. So we can attach basic lighting here to this Poltegeist. Next turn, hard retreat to this one, and they get ahead, so we do lose this Twin Energy. So then we definitely have to go attach retreat to this one. We know we're top decking the research, so we'll top deck the research. Play the research. We still have our trolley left and a couple Buttlebees, so we're not running out of attackers. And we have 3 Twin Energy left as well. So we're definitely attacking turn after turn here. Will it be enough to keep up with the Wrath of Weezing? We're going to find out, I guess. That is like kind of the question here. Can we keep up with the Wrath of Weezing? Another thing we can do is we can let a Poltegeist get knocked out potentially. And if we let it get knocked out, then we can just like send up Guru for a turn and they can poison that. But then we can get the Air Balloon for the Guru and just move the Guru. We don't have to worry about Guru getting stuck in the active. kind of deal because we can just air balloon it out. So got that going for us as well. But so far we're drawing pretty well. I'm not too worried about it yet. But let's go ahead. Great ball. Okay, another Poltegeist online is good. Then yeah, attach active, play the research. And I do want to get Flaffy online, but it's not a super big importance because we can't even use abilities. Anyways, got some boss to work with. So this opens up some plays where we can bring up that Moltres. Mad Party. We can bring up the Moltres, get access to our abilities and stuff. But we might just want to keep going through Weezings as long as we have the ability to. But I guess I only have this one Twin Energy left. But I would be able to go knock out. They poison us with the next Weezing, then we knock that out, and then we get access to our abilities again. But maybe I want to go like attach boss, use the Dynamotor for a turn. Maybe I'm trying to use Dynamotor for a turn here. We'd also be able to use some T-Breaks while we have access to them. Here comes another Moltres, and we're hitting for 160 now, so we don't want to KO this one yet. But we could go chase the other one first, and then chase this other one a little bit later. What we're going to be doing, hold up, 180. We could actually definitely get to the one-hit KO on this one, and this one will be easier to KO later on. So I might just go for that one-hit KO on this Moltres next turn, to be honest. We'll see. I think I'm going to go for it. We have the bosses right now. We get access to some T-Breaks. I do want to find more options. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with the boss play here. And I was doing what I said, 180. So, yeah, it's going to be 220. So bring that up. T-Break, get rid of the Mr. Rhyme. T-Break, get rid of the Dedenne. And then probably Level Ball, get the Poltegeist here. If it is in the deck, I actually don't know if it's in the deck, to be honest. It's not, so that's actually pretty big. Did prize our last Poltegeist. We might get it off the prize cards here, of course, though. We have another Twin in hand as well, which is also pretty big, to be honest. So attach the Twin here. Dynamotor to the Poltegeist. Gonna bench these other Bunnelby then, I think. And I'm also going to Primate Wisdom the boss so we can chase the other Moltres and maybe just set up game on the following turn. Yeah, Mad Party knockout. Don't want to put the Rose Tower in play yet because we don't know if they play any stadiums. Like, Galare Mine is usually a pretty big card in these Weezing decks, so I want to be able to have access to that. There's my Poltegeist, which is a great pull off the prize cards there. We have the boss to top deck for sure next turn, so I think we're at a pretty good spot here overall, to be honest. We can really heavily thin out the deck as well next turn and kind of just get everything out of there. Super thin the deck. KO this Moltres, and then I think set ourselves on a spot to just win the game on the following turn. Here comes a Crushing Hammer. That is a Tails. How many of those? Here comes their third. Another Tails. Moltres ready to go. But yeah, I think we just chase this Moltres here again. Chase that. Get off another Dynamotor. Here comes a Marnie. We're still going to get access to the boss, but we actually be able to get a knockout. We're currently not set up to take a knockout, to be honest, actually. So we'll see what we draw here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got the boss. Got a great ball. Yeah, we're actually not set up to be able to take a knockout here. Crushing Hammer heads on our active. I don't like this. Oh, and there's that Galare Mine I was talking about. Oh, man. Things just got weird here towards the end of this one. For sure. Sheesh. Okay, so quick ball away the Crobat, I think. Grab myself this. And I think we go for the boss and try and draw into the Twin or an Air Balloon. Yeah, I think that's going to be the way to go here. So bring it up. T-Break the Bunnelby. I think this is the only thing else in the deck. I'm going to go ahead and play this just to make sure. Or see if there was anything else. Yeah, so T-Break the Poltegeist. Nothing yet. Now we can make sure. 1 Air Balloon, 2 Twin Energy, 1 Rose Tower. Does the Primate Wisdom give us something to work with here? A lot of outs. Decent amount of outs. The Twin Energy is huge, so we get a Dynamotor as well to our Poltegeist, and then Twin to the active. Our Poltegeist will get knocked out here, but there's a good chance we get the Air Balloon off the top deck, or off the prize cards, I should say. So we're gonna get knocked out by poison, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and send up the send up the Oranguru, because we got the Air Balloon off the prize cards here. I also could just send up the Bunnelby. Or to be honest, even the Sinesti. I'm just going to go with the Sinesti here because they can just knock it out. And that's fine, though, actually, because I actually want them to knock it out. And we have 2 attackers set up on the bench. If I had sent up the Bunnelby, they could have knocked out the Bunnelby and Crushing Hammer the Poltegeist, or they could, like, bring up the Poltegeist and knock it out. So I want to make them work for this Poltegeist KO. If they really want it, they have to play boss instead of Marnie. And then we have the Research in the hand, and we can just play Research, draw into our last Twin Energy, which we know is in the deck. And I think we can guarantee draw it at this point, because we could go, like, Rose Tower, Air Balloon, Rose Tower for 1 or 2, depending on what our top deck is, and then Research for 7 with an 8-card deck left. Actually, we'll have an 8-card deck left after we draw a card. So yeah, we're guaranteed to see our whole deck next turn, which means we'll see that twin energy, which means we should be able to get the knockout next turn. Yeah, really weird matchup. I've never played against a Weezing deck like this before, but I think we're going to be able to secure the dub here on our next turn. I don't think our opponent has... I can't think of a card that they could play that would make things weird. But we are at a boss, so that could be something that makes things weird, to be honest. We are at a boss. There's a boss. Yeah, they're going after the Poltergeist play, but like I said, because they do this, now I'm guaranteed to keep the hand, which means I keep the research, which means I can play the research. And yeah, poison, knockout, but that's fine. We've got the research. Gonna go ahead and promote the Bunnelby because we can attack with that for sure. We top deck a research. We're gonna go ahead and throw the Roach Tower into play. Air Balloon, Roach Tower for 1. Quick ball, just going to take a quick look because we can do that real fast. And yeah, there's the last twin energy. Play the research, draw 7, last twin energy. The rest of the deck was complete garbage, but this is all we need. Mad Party, knock out this last Weezing. Yeah, really weird matchup. Never played against something like that before, but maneuvered it just fine and got the dub. All right, this is one of those games where we're probably going to need the Flaffy. We have double twin energy in hand, and we open the Bunnelby. So we have also research with triple Mad Party. So we have a good chance for an aggressive Mad Party on the first turn here. We're up against Capture Energy, Water Energy, Avery, I have no idea what we're up against here, but I think we'll be fine. This is one of those hands where if we lose this twin energy, the top deck of Rangaroo or Quick Ball would probably be the optimal top deck here, the ideal top deck. So that way we can save one of these twin energy with that Primate Wisdom. And that's why Primate Wisdom is so important in this deck. There's a Lightning Energy that would hit the discard pile. That's actually not even bad because that means we can use the Dynamotor potentially on at turn 2. But yeah, losing extra twin energy is definitely not good. So we're gonna have to hope that the Flaffy pieces aren't prized this game. But like you even saw in the last game, we don't need them every game. Sure, we were up against what's it called that was weak to us, but still we don't need 4. I mean, sometimes we only need 4 twin energy or like 4 attacks, right? So we don't need to use Flaffy every single game. But this is definitely looking like one of those games where we're gonna want that Flaffy. And my opponent has a really slow start here. Double lightning discard. Oh man, all right, we really need to get the Mareep out turn 2, but we might not even get threatened. This Bunnelby might not even get KO'd next turn. So we have that going for us, to be honest. Taking a look at the hand. What do I want to do with it is the question. I don't want to go with, like, get rid of this. Grab the Flaffy is here. Okay, the Mareep is here. Gonna grab the Guru. Primate Wisdom the boss first, and then I want to shuffle the deck and just shuffle the boss around because I don't really want to use boss next turn. Then we're going to play this. We're going to grab the Mareep. I'm also not going to put the Stadium in play. Well, it would only draw me 1 card, so I'm not like, I don't really want to put the Stadium in play that bad, to be honest. We also didn't need to get the Guru because we do play 3 boss, so maybe I should check my boss count first. Now let's Rose Tower for 1. My opponent might be able to get down and utilize it. They might not. We're also getting this, like, we're actually having such good aggression here. It's just good. It's just good. We're in a really good spot for how slow of a start my opponent had, but we'll see what they're playing. I have no clue what they're playing. Could definitely be playing Ice Rider, so we could be getting, I don't remember the name of the attack, but on Ice Rider it's 1 water energy to do 40 damage, which is knocks out Bunnelby. It knocks out Bunnelby, so we could definitely be playing up against that here. Here comes a Quick Ball. They get rid of a water. Now Melody is online. It's an Inteleon deck. Okay, so they have, Inteleon's actually definitely going to be Inteleon is definitely probably tough because that snipe, I mean, we don't play, oh man, and they play Crushing Hammer, so they could have even gone like Crushing Hammer away the twin and then snipe my Sinesti, which would have been, that would have been bad. That would have been really bad. Yeah, we don't have Mew anymore, so snipe decks are quite difficult for us to beat. Even if we had Mew, we wouldn't even be able to beat stuff like Dragapult. So stuff like Dragapult's tough, Jolteon is tough. Not gonna lie to you guys, those are tough matchups. But it's not the only decks in the format. It's not the only decks we're gonna play up against, so it's not that big of a deal. We can definitely get plenty of dubs against other stuff, and sometimes they draw a little bit slow, like this Inteleon deck, and we have a shot to win, even if it's not the best shot. It's like, even if it's not the best shot, like, this matchup is definitely tough. Definitely not in the best spot ever. And this one, my opponent's starting to draw quite a bit better now, putting some stuff together. They are attacking with this Inteleon V, though. So we could knock... Actually, they left my Bunnelby around as well. So at least we'll get a hit here on this Inteleon, at the very least. Oh, no, another Twin Energy top. This is where we put it away, get it back. I don't want it. Top deck Poltergeist is whatever. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves a Sinesti. So definitely getting to attack this turn with the Mad Party is pretty nice. And then play the research. And we'll be able to hit pretty hard here as we discard that as well. Might be able to get a couple more attackers on the line. go ahead and play the Great Ball. Look for another Sinesti. There's that Sinesti. Throw down the Sinesti. Throw down the Flaffy. And we can use that Dynamotor over on one of the Sinesti. And then do I want to attach to another one? Or what do I want to do here as far as that goes? I might actually bench this Bunnelby. So I can send this up next turn and attach a twin to it. Then actually go here and then go Mad Party. We only hit for what, 100 damage here, so we have a lot of damage to put together on the next turn, and they might get off a pretty powerful snipe here. They might actually go knockout snipe. I guess maybe I should put both lightning on one, and then that's definitely what they KO, but then I can still go Flaffy to one, attach here, and then we have to dig pretty deep here. Gonna have to discard quite a few Mad Partiers. We definitely need to knock this thing out. We need to do 220 damage next turn, which we need to get like 5 more Mad Partiers in the discard pile, because they're probably knocking out my Bunnelby, and they actually got out the Shady Dealings Inteleon, so they're gonna actually be able to do... well, no, they still have the Melanie this turn to be able to pull off the big attack. So they're definitely going to use Melanie this turn. So I'm not too scared of them. Yeah, they have to knock out my active, and then they have to knock out a Sinesti. Or they could go after my Bunnelby, to be honest, but it doesn't make a whole ton of sense because it kind of just boosts my damage. So it doesn't make any sense for them to go KO my Bunnelby. So they're going to go after a Sinesti. Bunnelby, Sinesti. It's definitely going to be their game plan. They're going to go down to 3 prize cards. So it's really important that we actually KO this thing on the next turn. That's going to be our goal. Knock out this Inteleon. It's going to be difficult, though, because like I said, only going to have 1 Poltergeist online, and we're going to need to do quite a bit of damage here. Here comes the Melanie. Draw 3, and then here comes the attach. Yep, Bunnelby goes down. The question is, like I said, what else are they going to knock out here? And actually, they have a Drizzile coming out as well, so 1 more card to work with. I can't imagine of anything that would be super relevant for them to get here. It looks like it's going to be a quick ball, probably getting another Inteleon, or they could even set up a Crushing Hammer. That doesn't matter too much because we set up this twin energy play for the Bunnelby to attack with, and then we'll accelerate energy back onto our Sinesti. So they're going to knock out this Sinesti and the Bunnelby. But like I said, they could knock out my Bunnelby. I would like that. They shouldn't. Another Crushing Hammer. Maybe if they got... Well, that was just like a weird... Maybe they are going to go after my other Bunnelby. They are. Well, this is actually just good for us. We need that many less Mad Partiers in our discard pile now. And now we can set up a second Poltergeist. So definitely a big mistake here from my opponent, I think. Making a huge opening for us to actually be able to get this knockout. Making it way easier. Giving us a way better chance. Attach active. Use Rose Tower for 1. A Mr. Rhyme is perfect. I think we're going to definitely be able to pull off the knockout here. Oh, it's getting close. How many? We're doing 100. We're going to be doing 200. Oh, 200 damage is just 1 more. We need to get 1 more into the discard pile, though. Can't thin out the deck at all. Okay, here we go. T-break away the Bunnelby. We need to find 1 more Mad Partier to discard. And there's a... Well, I should make sure there's something here to grab off this. Probably give it the Tool Scrapper. I doubt they're playing anything. Okay, there is a Mr. Rhyme in there. But I don't think I can go after it. I can't get to it. I can't get to this Mr. Rhyme. Go ahead and grab this Crobat. I can get rid of the Poltergeist, but that feels bad. I do have the Carrier as a follow-up, but it does feel bad. Dynamotor here to the little dude. I do want to chase Crobat next turn to just win the game. But I'm going to need a Pokemon. So I think I'm going to go Primate Wisdom. I shouldn't have done this yet, actually. This was actually bad. Did the Rescue Carrier. Okay, this Great Ball might be able to find us the Mr. Rhyme. It doesn't, so I have to go... We're doing high. Let me just count 1 more time to make sure I'm not losing my mind. 200 damage. And we need to do 220 before to use this T-break. So we got to throw down the Meowth. And then I got to give up these 2 here. Unfortunately. And then I did mess up the order of my deck a little bit. That means we have quite a few Mad Partiers prized, I think. So there's a good shot we draw some Mad Partiers here off of this, I think. Let's see. 1. Yep. Dedenne. 2. Another Dedenne. 3. A Sinesti. Okay, so a lot of our squad was definitely prized there as we find a lot of the squad. So a lot of our squad was prized. We've got them together now. And now the question is, can we get the boss combo, KO this Crobat on the next turn? That's definitely going to be our game plan here. I didn't want to throw the Air Balloon in play because my opponent could play a Tool Scrapper or something like that. We don't want to get Tool Scrappered, so we didn't want to put that in play quite yet. But if we hold the hand, we should be in a pretty good spot. They actually attach to their Drizzile here. Scoop up at the other Inteleon. Oh no, they might actually be able to use Aqua Bullet here if they do play Raihan. They would only be able to kill the active though. But if they Raihan, they don't. If they do use Raihan, they don't use Marnie. So then we keep the hand, and then I think we'll just have game if we can get to Trolley. But the Trolley should be on top of my deck, not where it actually is. So I have to draw into the Trolley here. To to be able to recover an attacker, specifically recover a Poltegeist. So I kind of have botched my chances here a little bit because I should have ended my turn with a Primate Wisdom and put the trolley on top. So I should have just used Meowth first and then put the trolley on top, or held the trolley in the hand. So I'm definitely hurt. I definitely have hurt my chances here to close out the game on the next turn. It is possible we just KO the active and they can still win from there, though. So we don't have to win this next turn, as long as we could get like, if I play like my last Bruno or something to draw cards instead of the boss, we could still win that way as well. But maybe we just top deck trolley, and then I mean that works as well. So could just top deck the trolley. We'll see. Here comes the Aqua Bullet. We need to get the trolley no matter what, though. The trolley is essential, and it has to be found this turn no matter what. It's just kind of how we find it, more so than anything. So, and we can just see quite a few cards of our deck. We can actually even play the boss beforehand. So I'm going to send up the Guru. We're going to put the Air Balloon on it. We're going to see where top deck. We're probably going to Evolution Roar, get rid of the Dedenace, bench the Sinesti. We'll see what our top deck is. Could just be the trolley. It's not the trolley. There is a Mr. Rhyme in the deck, but I want to draw the extra cards. We're going to go here. Roar, thin out the hand before the Crobat. I have to decide if I want to play the boss first or not. Trolley's there. There's a lot of boss in deck. We do not have access to the other card, though. Bruno. There's no Bruno. So I think I'm just going to play the boss aggressively here. Play down this. Like I said, I could have had... I don't want to draw that. I don't want that in the... I don't want to guaranteed have that. We're going to like this. And then Crobat. Oh, they have a Path to the Peak in play. Oh, no. Well, I have made the mistake. All right, Dynamotor over to my Sinesti. I just completely flubbed and forgot about the Path to the Peak. Okay, the tea time for 2. Let's see what we get. Boss, Air Balloon, still need the trolley, but I could get it next turn. So I should have gone like Primate Wisdom YOLO for the trolley, I guess. Once again, like I said, the trolley should have been set on top of my deck at the end of last turn. So I completely messed this one up. Should have had the dub this turn if I had just like kept the trolley. Should have just kept the trolley, because we had the trolley and I could have either left it on top of my deck or just held it in the hand. I didn't do either of those. And now it's somewhere in those last 9 cards. And my opponent can win here with just a boss at this point. I've thrown this one away. And I used end up using tea time at the end of my turn here. But maybe they don't have a boss left. I don't think they played a boss. So they probably have a boss. As long as they see the play, they see a boss up any of the squad besides the Crobat and take that double KO. And walk away with the dub here. Oh, but there's an Avery. That's not boss. So they maybe just don't see the play here. And they actually end up playing Avery. Okay, so we can discard Crobat and Meowth. Don't need those guys anymore. That's fine with me. They're going to move their Crobat. So it all comes down to this now. Can we find the trolley? If we don't find the trolley this turn, I'm pretty sure the game is over. So we have a top deck and a Primate Wisdom to work with. We have the boss. We have access to the Dynamotor. That's all we need besides that. So yeah, do we find the trolley now? The trolley that I have tucked away, unfortunately, somewhere in my deck instead of just kind of keeping access to it. There's the trolley. Oh my goodness. What a top deck. Holy smokes. That is absurd. The Flaffy gonna come in clutch here with the Dynamotor. We have the boss. The Air Balloon doesn't matter. There is the Poltegeist. Yeah, what an absurd top deck. That was crazy. Yeah, wow. All right, Mad Party, we get the dub. My opponent, I mean, maybe they prized all their boss. Maybe they only played 1 or 2 boss and they were prized, or they just didn't see the play that boss would win them the game there. Either way, we get the dub. That's gonna do it for these games with the Mad Party deck. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's still a ton of fun to play. Yes, we're losing to the snipe decks, but that's fine. We can still play the deck and have some fun. If you enjoyed the video, if you like Mad Party, give the video a like. If you're enjoying the content and you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll see you guys tomorrow.